Cowboys quarterback Dak Prescott topped all quarterbacks last week, with 404 passing yards and 4 touchdowns in a blowout win over the Giants. He will try to build on that performance when he faces Carolina on Sunday during the Week 11 NFL schedule. The Panthers have been one of the worst teams in the league this season, but they rank 6th in passing yards allowed per game, 176.4. Where does this matchup leave Prescott in the Week 11 fantasy football QB rankings? Seattle's Geno Smith is also coming off an excellent performance. He threw for 369 yards and 2 touchdowns against Washington last week. But should you include him in your Week 11 fantasy football picks? Before setting your fantasy football lineups, be sure to check out the Week 11 fantasy football rankings from the proven computer model at Sportsline. The model is powered by the same people who generated projections for all 3 major fantasy sites. And it beat human experts last season when there was a big difference in ranking. The 2023 Fantasy Football PAR rankings and 2023 Fantasy Football Standard projections update multiple times daily. So you're always getting the best fantasy football advice and the latest fantasy football tiers. Now, Sportsline has simulated the entire Week 11 NFL schedule 10,000 times and released its latest Week 11 fantasy football rankings. Head to Sportsline now to see them. Top Week 11 fantasy football QB rankings. Here's a look at Sportsline's top Week 11 fantasy football QB picks. 1. Tua Tagovailoa, Miami Dolphins. Miami continues to lead the NFL in passing yards per game, with Tagovailoa averaging 289.9 yards per game. He has crossed the 300-yard mark on 4 occasions this season and has thrown at least 3 touchdowns 4 times as well. Tagovailoa had an extra week to prepare for this game, making him the top quarterback in this week's rankings. 2. Jared Goff, Detroit Lions. Goff is coming off his third 300-yard outing of the season, completing 23 of 33 passes for 333 yards and 2 touchdowns against the Chargers last week. He is sitting just behind Tagovailoa in passing yards per game to 7.86, consistently delivering in fantasy lineups. Goff is facing a Bears pass defense that is near the bottom of the league, allowing 248.2 yards per game. 3. Patrick Mahomes, Kansas City Chiefs. Kansas City is coming off its bye week as well, giving Mahomes some much-needed preparation for Monday's game against Philadelphia. He is just 3 games removed from his best outing of the season, passing for 424 yards and 4 touchdowns against the Chargers. The Eagles have struggled to slow down opposing passing attacks, ranked number 28 in the league in passing yards allowed per game to 570. See more top QBs here.